The story of Enoch and the Watchers is indeed fascinating, particularly when you dive into the lesser-known texts, like the Book of Enoch, which expands upon Enoch's role in understanding the heavenly realms and the origin of evil on earth. Before we start, we'd like to ask for your support. If you enjoy our video, please hit the like button. This will help us reach more people and create content for you. Now let's get started with today's video. The story of Enoch and the Watchers, primarily detailed in the Book of Enoch, is among the most intriguing yet lesser-known narratives associated with biblical and apocalyptic lore. This text, though not included in most canonical versions of the Bible, offers a rich and layered account of ancient beliefs concerning angels, divine punishment, forbidden knowledge, and a cosmic battle between good and evil. The tale of Enoch and the Watchers has endured for millennia, and its unique themes continue to captivate people interested in ancient mysteries, apocalyptic prophecies, and the supernatural. 1. Who is Enoch? In the Bible, Enoch is one of the most enigmatic figures, briefly mentioned in Genesis as the great-grandfather of Noah. His description is intriguing. Enoch walked with God. Then he was no more, because God took him away. Genesis 5 verse 24. This cryptic statement implies a special relationship with God, and later traditions built upon it to suggest that Enoch was taken to heaven without experiencing death. Enoch's role as a righteous figure taken up by God became the basis for further mystical interpretations, most notably in the Book of Enoch. In this text, Enoch is not only a righteous man but also a prophet and mediator between the divine and human realms. He is privy to visions of heavenly secrets, the workings of the cosmos, and the coming judgment. His ascension to heaven represents a significant theme in apocalyptic literature, where righteous individuals or prophets gain special insight into divine mysteries. 2. The descent of the Watchers. One of the most fascinating parts of the Book of Enoch is the story of the Watchers, a group of angels who descended from heaven to observe and interact with humanity. These angels, also known as the sons of God, were assigned by God to watch over humanity. However, as they observed human life on earth, they were captivated by human women, leading them to break divine laws and take these women as wives. The union of the Watchers and human women resulted in the birth of the Nephilim, described as giant, powerful beings who were violent and destructive. This act of rebellion had catastrophic effects on both human civilization and the natural world. The presence of the Nephilim contributed to widespread chaos and suffering, pushing humanity further away from God's intended path. 3. The birth of the Nephilim. The offspring of the Watchers and human women, known as the Nephilim, are among the most contentious elements of the Enoch narrative. These beings are described as giants with immense strength, and they are often portrayed as the embodiment of corruption and evil. In the Book of Genesis, there is a brief mention of these mighty men, Genesis 6 verse 4, but the Book of Enoch provides far more detail, attributing widespread violence and moral decay to their actions. The Nephilim were not only physically dominant but also morally corrupt, using their strength to oppress humanity. In some accounts, they are even described as resorting to cannibalism, consuming both human and animal life indiscriminately. The presence of the Nephilim represents a deep-seated corruption that permeated humanity and nature, further necessitating divine intervention. 4. Forbidden knowledge and the corruption of humanity. The Watchers didn't merely violate divine commandments through their union with human women. They also imparted forbidden knowledge to humanity, which led to further moral and spiritual decline. Each Watcher taught specific skills or arts, many of which are portrayed as dangerous or corrupting. For example, one angel taught humans the art of weapon making, which led to bloodshed and violence. Another angel taught humans about cosmetics and adornments, fostering vanity and sensuality. Astrology, divination, and various forms of magic were also introduced, all of which are viewed in the text as corrupting influences. This knowledge was believed to grant humans power and insight, but it also introduced them to practices that were contrary to God's intentions for humanity. By acquiring these forbidden arts, humans fell deeper into sin and strayed further from their divine purpose. This spread of knowledge and its resulting effects echo themes seen elsewhere in Scripture, such as in the story of Adam and Eve, where the pursuit of forbidden knowledge brings about a loss of innocence and a fall from grace. Enoch as the intermediary. As humanity suffered and the Watchers realized the severity of their transgressions, they turned to Enoch for help. Recognizing Enoch's special status and closeness to God, they pleaded with him to intercede on their behalf. The Watchers, aware of the impending judgment from God, hoped that Enoch might successfully petition for forgiveness and mercy. Enoch conveyed their plea to God, but God ultimately refused to grant them mercy. He declared a severe judgment upon the Watchers and their offspring, condemning them for their disobedience and the corruption they had introduced to the world. This episode underscores Enoch's role as an intermediary and prophet, a man chosen by God to communicate with both human beings and celestial beings. The punishment of the Watchers. Following their rebellion, the Watchers faced divine punishment. God ordered the archangels to bind the Watchers and imprison them in Tartarus, a realm of torment where they would remain until the day of judgment. This punishment is described in detail, emphasizing the severity of their sins and the irreversible consequences of their actions. The imprisonment of the Watchers serves as a reminder of the consequences of defying divine law. It highlights the idea that, regardless of their angelic status, beings who rebel against God cannot escape punishment. The Watchers' fate also prefigures later Christian beliefs about the final judgment, where all beings will face the consequences of their deeds. 7. The Great Flood as a divine reset. The chaos and corruption brought about by the Watchers and the Nephilim ultimately led to the Great Flood, which God sent to cleanse the earth. According to the Book of Enoch, the flood was a necessary measure to purge the world of the wickedness introduced by the Watchers and their offspring. The Nephilim perished in the flood, and humanity was given a chance to start anew through Noah and his descendants. This story of divine judgment and renewal parallels the broader themes of the Book of Enoch, which emphasizes the importance of obedience, purity, and righteousness. The flood serves as both a punishment and an opportunity for humanity to return to a life aligned with God's will. 8. Prophecies and Messianic Visions. Throughout the Book of Enoch, there are numerous prophetic visions, many of which are believed to foreshadow the coming of the Messiah and the final judgment. Enoch is shown visions of a time when righteousness will prevail and the earth will be restored. He foresees a Messiah who will usher in an era of peace and justice, ultimately leading to the defeat of evil. These prophecies have led some scholars and religious thinkers to draw connections between Enoch's visions and later Christian beliefs about Jesus Christ. Enoch's messianic prophecies suggest a divine plan that will culminate in the ultimate triumph of good over evil and the restoration of God's intended order. 9. Why was the Book of Enoch excluded? The Book of Enoch was widely known and read in early Jewish and Christian communities, but it was eventually excluded from most versions of the biblical canon. Several factors may have contributed to this decision. For one, the book's detailed descriptions of angels, demons, and cosmic visions may have been viewed as too speculative or mystical. Additionally, the Book of Enoch includes ideas and narratives that diverge from mainstream Jewish and Christian teachings, which may have led religious authorities to deem it unfit for canonical inclusion. Despite its exclusion, the Book of Enoch remained influential, particularly in Ethiopian Christianity, where it is still considered part of the biblical canon. Its influence is also evident in various apocalyptic and mystical traditions, as well as in literature and popular culture. 10. Modern interpretations and conspiracy theories. The story of Enoch and the Watchers has inspired a wide range of modern interpretations, particularly among those interested in hidden knowledge, conspiracy theories, and ancient alien theories. Some proponents of ancient astronaut theories suggest that the Watchers were extraterrestrials who visited Earth and imparted advanced knowledge to early humans. This interpretation reimagines the story as a prehistoric encounter between humans and technologically advanced beings from another world. Others see the story of Enoch and the Watchers as a metaphor for the dangers of forbidden knowledge and humanity's tendency to reach beyond its limits. The Watchers' descent to Earth and their sharing of knowledge can be interpreted as a cautionary tale about the potential consequences of scientific and technological advancements that defy ethical or moral boundaries. Conclusion. The story of Enoch and the Watchers is a richly layered narrative that explores themes of rebellion, corruption, divine judgment, and redemption. It portrays a cosmic struggle between order and chaos, with Enoch standing as a righteous intermediary between humanity and the divine. Although the Book of Enoch was excluded from most biblical canons, its influence persists, offering insights into ancient beliefs about angels, the nature of evil, and humanity's place in the cosmos. The untold insane truth about Enoch and the Watchers lies in its ability to resonate across time, offering timeless lessons about obedience, the consequences of overstepping boundaries, and the ultimate triumph of good over evil. Whether viewed as history, myth, or allegory, Enoch's story invites us to reflect on the choices we make and the legacy. Please subscribe my YouTube channel. I hope you like this video. Thank you.